We're going to Ezekiel chapter 35. We talk about Esau. See, Esau is Jacob's brother. About Edom, why Esau lived, why he dwelled at. Alright, verse 10, Ezekiel 35 and verse 10 says, because thou hast saved these two nations and these two countries shall be mine. See, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. They're talking about the United States and Israel. I know a lot of people don't understand that. You know, Jacob's seed and Esau. So Esau will rejoice when Israel go into captivity. You know, at the end time when Jerusalem go into captivity. And Esau gonna be rejoicing. And God gonna punish them. Because there was brothers. You know, Esau and Jacob was brothers. I know there's a lot of people don't know it. Go back, it was twin, and you know, it was born, it was twin. Two came out of the womb. Alright. And saying verse 11 says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, I will even do according to thy anger and according to thy envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, and that I have heard all thy blasphemy which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid waste. See, like I said, when the United States fight Iran, his arm will be broken. See, they ain't gonna be able to defend Israel anymore. They won't be able to defend Israel. See, there's a lot of people that don't know that because Jerusalem are going into captivity. The United States ain't gonna be able to defend Israel. All those nations, even the United States, are turning against Israel. See, they're gonna be made desolate. You'll see some of them Congress and them, some of them, they be against Israel over here. But that's just how it is, but God's words have to be fulfilled. You know. All those nations gonna rejoice in Jerusalem will go into captivity. The Bible tells you that, you know. Because, you know, it can go like in about Esau, seed of Esau. You know, like I said, like in verse 10, where I start in verse 9, it said, and thy mighty man, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end, that every one of the amount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob. See, Esau was Jacob's brother, but they become violent against his brother Jacob. Shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. And the day that thou stood on the other side, and the day that the stranger carried away captive his forces. See, Jerusalem are going into captivity. They're going to be carried away captive. This is what you read about, like I say, in Luke chapter 21, verse 24. They're going to go into captivity. Verse 24, Luke chapter 21 and verse 24 will say, and they shall fall by the edge of the, saying they shall fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. See? That's when all those nations will be rejoicing in Jerusalem for going into captivity. And Esau will be a part of it. See? This is what a lot of people can't see. They're going to be rejoicing. So, and the days that thou stood on the other side, that's back in Obadiah chapter. Obadiah is one chapter, I think. Yeah, I think it is one chapter. It's the first chapter. Yeah, Obadiah, verse 11. It say, in the day that thou stood on the other side, in the day that the stranger carried away captive his forces, and foreigners enter into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem. Even thou was as one of them. See, talking about Esau. He was one of them. You know, and he was rejoicing over, because Jerusalem went into captivity, Jacob's seed. But thou should not have looked on the day of thy, you see, the day of thy brother, in the day that he became a stranger, neither should thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither should thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. See? He had spoken proudly. They was rejoicing. See? And the Lord didn't want them to do that because it was his brother. Esau and Jacob. You know, Esau was Jacob's brother. You know, God loved Jacob and hated Esau. But in going, and I guess in, let me see, Joel chapter 3. Like I was saying, Jerusalem got going into captivity. It's like we read in Luke chapter 21 and verse 24. Now you go in Joel chapter 3 and verse 2 and say, I will gather all nations and will bring them down into the battle of Jehoshaphat. You know, that's the battle of Armageddon. That's what Jerusalem will be already into, was into captivity. You know, but that's going to be at the last battle at the end time. He said, I will gather all nations. See, first he going to gather all nations against Jerusalem, and Jerusalem going to be taken over. They're going to go into captivity, and that's why Esau and they're going to be rejoicing. You know, Esau, see, they're going to be rejoicing. See, but the United States home going to be broken, because the United States home going to be broken, because they are the first beast. The first was like a lion and eagle wing. That's in the United States and Britain. The second was like to a bad Russia. And they're going to go into the third beast. The beast can have 4 heads. So when the United States home be broken, we get into the third beast. That's why the United States going to have no more authority no more. The dollar, you know, all those nations getting out of the dollar. You know, the United States going down because we promote sin. Did you see that? Abortion, women rights, abortion, same-sex marriage, and all that. Transgender. all the adultery, fornication, you know. It's everything, lying, stealing, murdering, you know, violence in the land, fornication, girl having children out of wedlock, all that, boys gonna marry the girl. See, we used to stand all against that long time ago. See, we fell away from God, so that's why God is punishing. Remove you from authority. All right, verse 2, it's I will gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my inherited Israel, who they have scattered among the nations. See what he's talking about in Luke chapter 21 and verse 24. See, they went into all captivity, into all nations. And parted my land. See, they parted God's land. That's why now they keep talking about giving a Palestinian state and stuff. You know. And they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. See? In Jerusalem, Judah will go into captivity. Jerusalem. This is what I wanted to, bring to y'all today. See what he's talking about in Ezekiel 35 and verse 10. It said, because thou hast said these two nations, yes, the United States and Israel, see, these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, and whereas the Lord was there. See, the Lord was there, but we fell away from God. This is what happened. God punished, just like he did in the first Babylon. Jerusalem fell away from God. God punished them. Make the enemies come against them. But God still loved his people. He destroyed a lot of them. Those that repent, well, they will be saved. He will fight for them. But that's what's going to happen, all at the end time. Jerusalem will go into captivity. I've been showing you, places in the Bible so you might understand it if you just read it carefully, like in Joel chapter 3 and all. Talk all about the end time. This is like an Obadiah. I have but one chapter, And Ezekiel chapter 35 talk about the end time. What's going to happen. What will Esau and Jacob see and Esau see. But this is what I wanted to bring to y'all. But the United States won't be broken. They won't be able to defend Israel. And they're all turning against Israel now. And God punished most nations. They fall into sin. Just like he punishes Jerusalem. They fell into sin in the first Babylon. See, same thing. God always punishes people. They fall into sin. A lot of them be killed. That's why Nebuchadnezzar, brought them into Babylon, because of their sin. Jeremiah tried to tell them to repent. They didn't want to repent. Refused correction. Like it is now, even the preachers, prophet, refuse correction. Somebody try to correct them, they don't want to listen. But that's what I wanted to bring to y'all today. But thank y'all, and may God bless y'all and give y'all wisdom and knowledge and understanding of his word.